This isn't my normal forte, but I appreciate all their smiling faces, so thank you. So as Reverend Bonnie mentioned, I did recently move here from San Diego. And a lot of times when I meet somebody new, they always ask, why would you leave San Diego and move to Las Cruces? And so I've tried different answers on everybody. And I've tried, well, you know, it's the weather. Hot, windy, cold, windy, hot. I don't know. They don't seem to buy that one. Or the job opportunities, which they don't seem to buy that one either. But truth be told, I moved here for a boy. And his daughter and the dog. So I packed up and I moved here in February. I brought my dog. I have a deaf and mostly blind cattle dog that I rescued and was told would be 45 pounds. And turns out he's 90 pounds. So when we moved in, and my dog Dempsey has a best pal, Levon. And Levon is a black lab, and if you know the personalities of black labs, right? He is happy-go-lucky, just nothing bothers this dog at all. And I want to tell you a little story about Levon because we have quite the yard for these dogs. Like, they are not lacking for anything. They have food, and they have water, and love, and snacks galore, and toys that, unless Levon eats them, they're still out there. But Levon takes this initiative that for any reason that gate's left open, he's gone. And it's not for lack of any of those things, because our yard, like I said, is comparable to a San Diego dog park. So there's plenty of space there. But he takes the opportunity and he goes out there without thinking, like the message earlier where he's got a cage, but he knows what's beyond that cage. And he's going to take advantage of that, and he's going to go explore. And so he goes and checks on all our neighbors. And we live on a quiet street, so there's no fear of traffic or anything like that. But he'll check on all the neighbors and run through the pecan. Well, I'm not sure how you guys pronounce it here, but I just recently learned that it's not Pikachu Street, it's Picacho. So I'm getting there. Mesquite, mesquite, and I don't know. I just learned bizcochote or bizcochito. So I appreciate everybody's been really good about the cultural differences. But anyways, he'll run through the orchards and he'll check on the neighbors and the horses, and then in time we'll come back if we haven't already gone and got him. But my point being is he's not afraid to live like somebody left that gate open. My dog, on the other hand, he'll kind of like sneak out about 5 feet, go, oh, we shouldn't be here, and where's my ball, and come back in. But Levon knows how to live like somebody left the gate open. And what a gift, right? To just live with abandonment like that. And so I ask you, do you live like somebody left the gate open? Or are you more comfortable with those surroundings that you've set up for yourself? We seem to complicate things. We overthink, we overanalyze. I do. I've already had a conversation that I need to have with somebody 10 times before I've actually had that conversation with somebody. So the other thing we do is little gifts that come to us. How well do you receive those? Like compliments. When somebody complimented me before, I thought it was more appropriate to be like, oh no, and negate that. Oh, I love your hair. Oh, but look at all the split ends, you know, I'm not used to the water here. Or, I like that outfit. Really, it's the last thing I had clean to wear. So in negating that, though, we are rejecting that little gift that's been given to us, and we're rejecting the giver. So I challenge you on those little things to see, are you doing that? Are you not open to accepting those little gifts? That was the gift of affirmation maybe that I needed that day because I thought I had a bad hair day. And instead of saying thank you, I negated it with something else. Let me also ask, are you somebody that jumps at the opportunity to help somebody? I need something, and you're the first person to be like, I'll be there. But how often are you willing to ask for help? There's a little payoff in being able to help somebody out, right? It feels good. But do you deny that in somebody else by not asking for help yourself? That's a little gift that somebody wants to give because they're eager to help as well, but you're not willing to accept it because you're not willing to ask for help. So why do we deny others? Why do we block that? Is it pride? Is it embarrassment? Is it stubbornness? I don't need help, I can do it. That two-year-old mentality, me do it. Maybe we need to open up and receive those little gifts as well. There's an anonymous quote that says, the greatest gift you can give someone is receiving what they have to offer. Simply just receive what they have to offer. Ernest Holmes says, life has already delivered everything it has to you. It is then of greatest value to learn how to receive more abundantly. I love that part, receive more abundantly. We often think about, we got to give, but how often do you think about receiving more abundantly? And so I looked in the Merriam-Webster dictionary online, because I don't know if anybody owns an actual dictionary anymore, right? I love books, but I've moved several times that I'm very minimal on what I have still. But I don't have a dictionary anymore, so I had to look this up online. But to receive is to come into possession of, to acquire, to permit, to enter, to welcome or greet, to accept as true or accurate, to believe, or to experience, like to receive a shock, to experience something. And abundant says, marked with great plenty, as in resources, amply supplied, occurring in abundance, to have ample, existing in or possessing abundance, so abounding or plentiful. So when I take those together, I permit or accept what it is given to me without limit. Like the song, the love song, I can't remember the name of it, but I'm like sitting there going, yes, yes, that's my religion right there, love, right? So what kinds of gifts can we receive more abundantly without that guilt? I think there's this guilt associated with receiving, right? So what kind of gifts can you receive abundantly? How about life? I receive the gift of life abundantly. Unconditional love. I want to receive honest friends, that gift of honest friends. The gift of intuition and spiritual guidance. I want to receive that abundantly. I want to receive nature's beauty and the beauty in art. I want to receive people's time abundantly. Experiences. I'm open to all those experiences. Let me receive them abundantly. Freedom. Communication. Compassion. How about the gift of happiness? I want to receive that abundantly. Would you be open to receiving those gifts abundantly? Everything in life is most fundamentally a gift. And you receive it best and you live it best by holding it with open hands. And that's a quote by Leo O'Donovan. We don't want to hold those gifts too tight because in doing so, they may slip through our hands. But they're there for us to receive. As Reverend Bonnie mentioned in her talk on circulation, as we give to other aspects of the whole, we are giving to ourselves. We're receiving. In my Reiki practice, or people that know me, that know that I have a spiritual background or desire just to be in that element, they'll ask me, what's the difference between prayer and meditation? And so I simply answer, prayer is talking to Source, to God, to the universe. It's giving, it's putting it out, right? But meditation is listening and receiving and being open to that, to allowing which is to come to me, to flow to me, and I open up to receiving that through meditation. Sometimes we're just not ready. We have that stigma of taking instead of receiving. We have that guilt associated with, I should be giving, not receiving. But maybe we need to just prep a little bit in order to receive abundantly. And that starts mainly with rest and self-care, especially now during the holiday seasons. Taking a little bit of a time out for ourselves, maybe. I'm sure you've heard variations on the quote, you cannot pour from an empty vessel, or you cannot pour from an empty pitcher. So the actual full quote is by Eleanor Brown, and it reads, rest and self-care are so important. When you take time to replenish your spirit, it allows you to serve others from the overflow. You cannot serve from an empty vessel. So in doing so, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to be open to receiving those little gifts so that we, in turn, can then help others from that overflow. Taking time to replenish your spirit and your soul is a choice. It's on a daily basis, you are in situations where you make that choice. Is this replenishing my soul? Is this replenishing my spirit or depleting it? You have that choice to be in that situation or not. We give ourselves the power or we take it away. It's a choice. The more you choose to replenish your spirit and allow yourself to receive, the more you will have then to share with others who are in need. So during the holiday seasons, we also hear a lot, it's not the gift, but the thought that matters. And Reverend Bonnie mentioned a couple weeks ago, we are the gift. We are that gift. So are we open to receiving what we need so that we can in turn be that gift? I'm going to change gears just a little bit here, and I want to take you on a mind walk. And I'd ask you to close your eyes and go on this walk with me, a little visualization. And you pick your location, mountains, beach, desert, and go for a walk. Take in the sights around you and the smells. Has it just rained? Is it beautifully sunny and warm on your skin? Do you smell that freshness and nature? Is it the morning or the afternoon? Or maybe you're out among the stars and the moon. But you walk along this path and it starts to narrow. Whether it's more trees or boulders or dunes. And you come to a corner and you go around that corner and you walk and you come up to a gate. Maybe you can see what's beyond the gate, maybe you cannot. But what does that gate look like to you? Is it locked? Is it cracked? Is it open or closed? Is it wide open? Or just a little bit? Or not at all? That gate represents how open you are to receiving. And as you open your eyes, I'd like you to think, how open am I to receiving? And if that gate was less than wide open for you, I have an affirmation for you to take with you today. I am open to receiving universal gifts. I am open to receiving universal gifts. I am open to receiving universal gifts. Are you open to receiving universal gifts? A common statement we hear this time of year a lot. It is better to give than to receive. But I challenge you, not only this holiday season, but in life in general, to receive more abundantly and to live like somebody left the gate open. Thank you.